Thank you.
Really humbled having you in the studios today. Talking about housing and properties right here in Ghana has become a thing, and talking about these agents, sometimes when you need to go get a place to rent and all that, you need to pass through the agent. It becomes very tiring. At the long run, the money you pay to the agent is even more than the money you get to acquire the property. So let me start from you, Mr. Jacob. Brief us, when we talk about WAKYI Rich Limited, what does it stand for and why are you in existence?
All right, WAKYI Rich Limited. WAKYI, as in the local parlance, that is, you reflect upon the past and the things that have happened already. Okay. So the inspiration of the company is that looking at the housing industry and the way people are struggling to rent, as you have mentioned earlier on, we are of the view that there are certain steps we took in the past that if we are able to look back and we try to look at those things that we have done, some money that we have spent, some things that we have done, if we really taken into account all those things and we put those monies into proper use, we would have been able to acquire land for ourselves and be able to build a house that will make us comfortable, that will make our families comfortable, and looking back, we'll be able to see tomorrow that we have really done something for the next generations, or we leave an asset for our children to come and enjoy, so that we make their life a little bit easier for them. So that is the concept of the WAKYI, so that you can also own a property that is land and be able to build upon it. That is the concept of the concept.
All right, Madam Vivian, how many years have you been in existence? I'm talking about the company.
Apparently, WAKYI has been in existence for some time now, but we are now coming to the limelight. Very soon we'll be launching our company. That's this very Saturday on the 12th. Yeah, we'll be coming out with a float and a few things to make sure we are.
Your head.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, now looking, or let me say, reading the bio, I could see it's not just land, or let me say, housing properties you're bringing out there. There are other things you are also bringing on board. Can you just highlight them for us? Yeah.
So we, as a company, we have other services that we offer apart from the lands and the property that we do. We also have car rentals. We have work and pay car. We want to go into exports and imports, but for now, we are dealing with our lands, that's the sales of land, because that is our key strength, and we want to move in that direction for now, emphasize, and that has been the problem in recent times. Accommodation has been a problem in our generation, in our time now, so we want to tackle that problem first, and then we would enroll the other services as we go.
Okay, interesting. When you were talking about the land, something clicked in mind. You have conversations with people, and almost say Ghana is in Asta. So I'm wondering how WAKYI, genuinely, would you say we still have lands available right here in Ghana?
Yes.
A lot of them?
Yeah, we have a lot of land. I mean, if you look at the Ghanaian populations and you look at our total land size, I mean, if you drive around, you see that there are a lot of lands in Ghana. The thing is that everybody wants a place that is developed, already developed. But the concept is that with us, WAKYI, we are of the view that once you acquire a place, you demarcate the place, you try to get necessary facilities that will make people easy for people to live within that. In the nearby future, those places will also become a very nice cities that we see, places that we see in the city. So it is not only the classic places. So when people are saying that there's no land, they are only thinking about the classic places, maybe Accra, but there are a lot of lands that are in the suburb. There are a lot of lands at different places. For instance, at WAKYI, we have lands at different places. We have land at Shire Hills. We have about 4 sites in Shire Hills that we have lands there, and then we have land at Afienya. We have lands at Matahiko. When I'm talking Matahiko, I'm talking about Mishek and Matahiko, not the Accra Matahiko. Then we have lands at Dodowa as well. we have lands at Oyibi, we have lands at Apollonia, and then we have lands at Dohuenya, and then we have lands at Pram, and our live site is at Chupoli. So we have lands at these places that we can easily give it out to anybody who wants to acquire lands. There are lands, a lot of lands.
Okay, that clears the whole doubt. Madam Vivian, I don't know either if Madam Vivian or Mr. Jacob you're going to answer this thing. Talking about policies laid down, we've heard about land guards every time, people invading on people's property, so people are really not safe in getting or let me say acquiring lands. They would rather prefer renting to whenever God knows. When we come to your company, WAKYI, what are the policies that are laid down, and let's talk about the safety measures that are put in place to ensure that people who acquire these lands, they are very sound and they know that, okay, I own this property.
Thank you very much for your question. When you come to WAKYI, we make sure we have a relationship with you.
Okay.
So what we do is we don't deal with you. You come to WAKYI and you are not getting involved with any land guards. We have your security at heart, and we make sure when you acquire a piece of land, we help you to acquire the necessary papers and also get rid of these land guards and third-party influencers. We won't give you a land where you go and then another person is coming to say that, oh, this is my piece of land, so I don't want you to build here. Then you have litigation issues. It's not so at WAKYI. And we also have an affordable payment plan. When you come to our office, we'll sit you down, we'll look at what you are coming on board with. That's your economic aspect. So once you present it to us, we are also able to spread, you pay a certain amount. That is, then we spread the rest to go per your economical background. Yes, it is not selling the land for you and just selling the land per se, but we take keen interest in making sure that you have been able to build your home, and then if there are any other issues, we come in and then we also help.
Okay. Talking about age range is a big factor now. Now young guys are also acquiring lands and all that. Do you have any age limit before you help someone acquiring land?
No, we don't have age limits. I mean, for us, our motto is Misu Mesibi, as the logo parent. I will also build. So for us, we don't have age limits. Once you are legal, you can, and the law permits you to acquire and own properties, you are good to go. So we don't have any age limits. We know there are a lot of young guys in the systems, and we know there are a lot of people in the system. And what we are saying is that irrespective of your age bracket, whether you are young, whether you are in a big income bracket, whether you are just doing, let me see, you are a truck driver, or you are just a market woman, we don't discriminate. Yeah, we are in for everybody. But what we want to do is that whatever your situation is, whatever your financial background is, you see, the key thing is that we get afraid because we think that we need a bulk money before we come and acquire lands. And that is why we are here to say that no, it depends on you. If only you have the zeal, if only you have the determination, if only you have the passion to leave a legacy behind, to be able to put up a house where you can have a comfortable place to lay your head after the day's activities. You go in and you come up, everything, at least you need a place to put your head. We are saying that once you have that vision, once you have that determination, come to us. We'll look at your financial situations and then we'll tailor a payment plan for you. Because we don't want a situation where you come, we will quote, you come with the desire and then you will not be able to pay. Then it becomes a problem along the way. And that is what most people are complaining. I couldn't pay, and then when I guess people relocate my line, they said this because I have not been able to finish. They have relocated my line. And we don't have that situation with us. For us, once you come in, we'll look at your financial situation, irrespective, even if you have to do some sort of right, we're ready to accept it. We'll sit down with you, pay your financial strength, and then we'll be able to help you to raise money, be able to acquire the land, and then you build.
Okay. Now, talking about probably I have an idea where I want to land, or I've seen a land that, okay, this is what I want to do. Do your company still assist people in purchasing that land?
Yeah.
Or you are solely going to give out the land to the people?
No, if you have a place where you have cited that this is where I want my
it,
piece
yeah.
of land, we'll take you there. And then when you show us, we are going to give you that plot of land so that you come back to our office. There are times we also send people around for instance, you have seen a piece of land and you want to acquire it. What we do is we'll set up a date for you to come, and then we'll take you on the land. When we take you with a surveyor, and then you will show us where you want. We give you that piece of land, and then you come back to the office, and then we make the payments, arrangement for the payments plan. Yeah, you may decide to pay maybe if you have 30% or 40%, you can pay, and then we spread the rest across board. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just add up to that. So as she's saying, we have two sides of that issue. She mentioned one side. We have a lot of sites. So one, depending on the location that you want, right? Once you have identified locations, that is why we mentioned the various places that we have lands. So once you have identified a location that I want it at this place, then we will then send you to the location to have a view. And once you are comfortable with it, then you come to our office. Then we talk about it. I think the second aspect is an individual having a location where it is not within our jurisdiction, right? Ours is that we want to have a relationship with you, right? We want to have a relationship with you because our goal is that you should be able to buy a land and then build. In that case, when you come to us, we'll sit down with you and then see how best we'll help.
You can help. Okay, so I'm very particular about this whole thing too. So after acquiring the land or buying the land, definitely the building is supposed to be pulled up and everything. Things are supposed to put, building materials and all that. Do you deal in that as well?
We actually don't deal with the direct building.
Okay.
We because we have partners. We have partners. Yeah, we have partners who do that. So when you come to our office, we will not build so you can direct the building for you. We can direct you to our partners, and they will quickly come in and help you to get your dream house built.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So the good thing about this is that once we have relationship with these partners, we work with them, and so what happens is that they give you something that is affordable. Because we have relationship with them, so they give you something that is affordable, not something that is out of range. And we also make sure that you get value for money, because our reputation is not attached to it. And our goal is that at the end of the day, you should be able to build your house. So we will give you the best people in the industry who would give you value for money, and also make sure that you are able to build to the end.
Okay, interesting. Now I'm very particular about what is going to happen on Saturday.
Yeah.
The big unveiling of the company. What should we expect? Where is it happening? The time and how people can get involved as well.
Okay, our big unveiling is happening at Michelle Camp at Yellow Signboard, where we have our office. There's going to be a float in the morning. Yeah, and then around 10 a.m. then the program itself will start. So what you are expecting is that we'll have a float at the principal street of Ashaiman and then the Tema environs, and then we come back to our office where we'll have our dignitaries coming in, and then we present them with our whole the whole plan of what we have come up with. Yeah.
Interesting. Mr. Jacob, anything we should expect on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting day, full of activities, fun, and then we'll also take that opportunity to let people know what we are offering. And I think one thing I would also want to add is that from now to the end of the month, because we are doing the opening, we are offering a 30% discount on all our lands. So we want everybody to rush now.
Definitely.
Come to us, take advantage of it, and then anytime, any purchase you make, any acquisition you make, we'll give you 30% discount. It's run from now to the end of the month. So we are just trying to tell everybody that if you have the interest, please make use of this window that we have, and then we'll be able to attend to you, and then you also be able to make use of this period. Back to the opening ceremony, we want anybody that is around. We are inviting everybody that is around. If you can, we'll be live on the social media, and you just join us if you are far from that location. If you are not far from that location, you can just move to our directions. As she said, we are at Sandboard. That is where we are going to have the program. Just close to the roadside. You see the story building over there, and that is where we're going to have the opening ceremony. We are inviting everybody to come.
Okay. It's very necessary we get your social media handles and numbers to call if people want to reach out to you.
Yeah, so our social media handles, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we are on TikTok at the moment. Okay. Yeah. And our telephone numbers are 055 134 006. And the other number is 054 723 2224. I'll repeat the numbers again. The first number is 055 134 006. And the other number is 054 723 2224.
Okay. So available on Instagram. Mr. Jacob, you want to say something?
Yeah, so I want to say that we are available on Instagram. The name is WAKYI Rich Limited. Yeah, you find us on Instagram, you find us on Twitter, and you find us on TikTok. Just WAKYI Rich Limited.
Okay, so someone just prompted me asking about the payment method. It looks like they are very particular about the thing. If they acquire the land, the year duration, how does it spread out and all that? Again,
okay, so you see, lands, there are various prices of lands, right? Depending on the location and depending on the quantity you want to buy. So what we are saying is that once you come with us, we'll look at your financial status and then we tailor a plan towards it. That is what we are good at, because one, we can tell you that this is the price of the land. The person would not be able to acquire because is that two people have different needs. It could be a land at this price. You have a different need. Maybe you could have afford 50% and then spread the rest. Another person might not be able to afford the lump sum deposit as a rule. That person would have want a payment plan, maybe monthly payment plan that you will be able to pay to be able to pay off the loan. So you have different scenarios. So that is why we as a relationship, we want to know your budget, we want to know your situations. Then we'll sit with you and tailor a plan for you individually.
Yeah. All right. We're really humbled having you in the studios, and I know Saturday is going to be a great one. Yeah. Young ones and people watching, we are all coming in to acquire lands again. All right. Thank you so much for having you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So right here in the studio, I had Madame Vivian Ashley Mensah. She's the sales executive for WAKYI Rich Limited, and also Mr. Jacob Pinto. He's the marketing